How can you support your father? How do you support him moving forward?
A music empire is crumbling, torn apart by an extraordinary betrayal, one that hits closer to home than anyone expected. What happens when a son turns against his legendary father in a high-stakes courtroom showdown? Diddy, a titan in the music industry, now faces devastating charges barely days before his trial. But the real bombshell is personal. His eldest son, Christian Combs, has become the star witness against him. Once inseparable, their bond now fractures under the weight of allegations and secrets. The courtroom is packed with reporters and fans, all eager to see a father and son battle unfold, while the music world watches anxiously. This isn't just a legal case, it's a saga of family, loyalty, and power, with consequences that could shake the industry to its core. The stakes have never been higher, and the question on everyone's mind is, how did this family empire come to the brink of collapse? The shocking betrayal from within. Diddy, a titan in the music industry, is now facing devastating charges, but what's truly shocking is the betrayal that cuts the deepest. It comes from his own eldest son, Christian Combs. Once their bond was unbreakable, sharing red carpets, award shows, and the spotlight of a thriving empire. But that closeness has shattered, replaced by tension and mistrust as Christian steps forward as the star witness against his father. Behind the scenes, Christian's role wasn't just that of celebrity offspring following in famous footsteps. He is now revealed to be someone far more complex, an informant cooperating with federal prosecutors. Leaked documents have unveiled his involvement in providing critical details about secretive parties, luxury jet travels, and hush money used to silence certain guests. The reasons behind this father-son rift remain clouded in speculation. Was Christian threatened or promised immunity? Or did he simply want to escape the shadows of an empire built on secrets? This betrayal isn't merely personal, but symbolizes a seismic rupture in the family's legacy. The son who once embodied his father's pride is now seen by some as the key to dismantling the very kingdom they built together. Such a dramatic fall from grace raises questions about loyalty, truth, and survival. In this tangled web, who is the real victor, and who will be left broken? The betrayal was not a sudden crack, but a planned fracture that threatens to collapse everything Diddy has fought for. And this is just the beginning of a courtroom saga that will expose the depths of deception beneath a dazzling facade. Christian's hidden role and cooperation. Behind the scenes, Christian wasn't just following in his father's footsteps, he was reportedly acting as an informant. Leaked documents revealed that Christian is now cooperating with federal prosecutors, holding key details on secret parties, luxury jets, and hush money. But why would a son betray his own father? Was he threatened? Was he offered immunity? Or did he see a way out of a world built on shadows? His lawyers wasted no time slamming the government for what they called weaponizing family ties, but the damage was done. Christian's cooperation could bring down the empire from within. The sealed memo, which was supposed to stay hidden, shows Christian's deep involvement, far beyond that of a son with a famous last name. Texts reveal him organizing private jets, managing guest lists, and even handling payments. To the public, he was just Diddy's son, but to prosecutors, he was the gatekeeper to a secret empire. His name appeared on invoices for yacht rentals, catering costs, and private jet bookings, making him a direct link to the alleged illegal activities. This betrayal is more than a family rift. It's a pivotal element in a case that could reshape the legacy of one of the biggest names in music. The midnight raids that exposed the empire. Federal agents carried out surprise raids on Diddy's lavish LA and Miami mansions. Their mission clear: seize everything. Phones, laptops, financial records, anything that could prove Diddy's involvement in a massive scandal. But the real shock wasn't just the raid, it was what they found. 14 devices filled with father-son conversations, messages that prosecutors say could expose a hidden empire. Christian, once a beloved son, now seemed like the key to unlocking his father's secrets. Was he pressured into cooperating? Did he turn against his father to save himself? Theories spread like wildfire. Diddy's lawyers claimed the raid was a setup, an attempt to force Christian into becoming a witness. But the truth is far darker. Because those seized devices weren't just filled with family texts. They were filled with evidence from parties that went far beyond fun and fame. Prosecutors claim these gatherings were more than just elite social events. They were recruiting grounds. The indictment suggests that some of these parties were used for illegal activities, including trafficking, a claim that shook the industry to its core. The stakes had never been higher, and the empire's hidden corners were laid bare in brutal detail, changing everything about the case and the family's future. The courtroom battle heating up. As the trial began, Diddy remained calm and composed, but the pressure in the courtroom was undeniable. Prosecutors wasted no time presenting the mountain of evidence they had painstakingly built over months, including secret texts, private jet logs, and encrypted messages, all pointing to a network of hidden deals and illegal profits. The weight of this evidence painted a complex picture, implicating not only Diddy himself, but also revealing the deep involvement of his family. The defense team fought back fiercely, calling the case a witch hunt, an attempt to turn family against family. They argued that Christian was being manipulated, pressured by prosecutors, and forced to testify under threats. As the courtroom buzzed with murmurs, Christian's voice never wavered. His steady gaze and unwavering testimony sent shockwaves across the room, shattering the calm facade Diddy tried to maintain. The tension in the courtroom grew thicker with each passing moment, as the battle between prosecution and defense intensified. The stakes couldn't be higher, with a family empire hanging in the balance. Would Christian, the son torn between loyalty and conscience, deliver the final blow against his father? Or would the emotional pressure cause him to fold under the strain? All eyes were fixed on this drama, a real-life saga unfolding before the world, revealing cracks in a seemingly unbreakable empire. Family torn apart and divided public opinion. The entertainment world polarized. Christian was either a brave truth-teller or a betrayer hungry for fame. Social media raged with heated debates, and even rap rival 50 Cent fueled speculation with cryptic threats. This wasn't just courtroom drama. It was a cultural event highlighting loyalty, power, and survival. The hashtags #ProtectKingCombmes and #Diddy exposed split fans into opposing camps. Supporters of Christian saw him as an innocent victim, choosing truth over loyalty, while others called him a snake, a traitor who sold out his own father for fame and fortune. Heated arguments broke out in comment sections, fan pages, and celebrity gossip channels, turning the family's private pain into a public spectacle. Even celebrities who once stood by Diddy kept their distance, unwilling to wade into the controversy. Meanwhile, 50 Cent, never one to shy away from drama, posted cryptic messages hinting at darker secrets buried in Diddy's past. Was he just stirring trouble, or did he hold damning evidence? The courtroom buzzed with tension as family loyalty clashed with the pursuit of truth. This wasn't merely a legal battle. It was a dramatic fight for legacy and survival. Fans, insiders, and observers watched closely as the saga unfolded, each side waiting to see whether family bonds would hold or finally break under pressure. The unraveling of $74 million secret empire. Federal investigators revealed a stunning discovery in the heart of Diddy's operation. Over $74 million funneled through a tangled web of 17 shell companies, all linked back to Diddy. Luxury jets, five-star yachts, private villas in the Hamptons weren't just symbols of success. They were the perks of a hidden empire. Bank records, wire transfers, secret invoices, all traced back to Diddy's Bad Boy Entertainment. But the most shocking part, Christian's name was right there. On the documents, invoices showed Christian signing off on yacht rentals, catering costs, and private jet bookings. His name was no longer just a family connection. It was a direct link to the alleged operation. Diddy's lawyers fought back, calling the transactions normal business expenses claiming prosecutors were twisting luxury into crime. But the evidence spoke louder. These weren't just payments, they were paper trail. And it didn't stop there. While the lawyers battled in court, the real damage was happening outside. Diddy's reputation was crumbling. Sponsors dropped support, brands reconsidered deals, marketing campaigns featuring his face were quietly shelved. Even streaming platforms saw a surge in Diddy's music, but not driven by nostalgia. Fans listened to understand the man accused of running a secret empire built on manipulation, deceit, and family betrayal. This empire was being stripped bare, exposed to the world, brick by crumbling brick. The fallout outside the courtroom. Diddy's reputation plummeted. As sponsors dropped support, brands reconsidered deals, and loyal fans found themselves divided. Behind closed doors, family members faced enormous strain, with whispers of more accusers and looming lawsuits emerging. The once unstoppable mogul now found himself isolated amidst mounting chaos. Calls for justice mixed with shockwaves of disbelief rippled through social media, as fans and critics alike debated the man behind the headlines. Celebrities who once stood proudly beside Diddy in exclusive clubs suddenly became deathly silent, avoiding his calls and distancing themselves. Marketing campaigns featuring his image were quietly shelved as luxury distributors canceled orders for his premium brands. Streaming platforms saw spikes in his music, but not from nostalgia. Listeners searched for answers, trying to understand the man accused of building a secret empire on deceit and manipulation. Hashtags both supporting and condemning Diddy trended worldwide, splitting the fanbase and fueling heated online arguments. Meanwhile, industry insiders whispered about pressure tactics and secret meetings, signaling the conflict was far from over. As the courtroom battle raged on, the damage outside deepened, threatening not just a career, but an entire legacy. And while the public watched with rapt attention, those closest to the story grappled with the weight of betrayal and shattered trust. What the future holds for Diddy and his legacy. The courtroom drama is far from over, and the stakes couldn't be higher for Diddy. His empire, once untouchable, now stands on shaky ground, threatened by mounting evidence and shattered family ties. Will Christian take the stand, becoming the final piece in this complex puzzle? The tension is palpable as everyone awaits his testimony, wondering if it will destroy his father's legacy or finally bring closure. But beyond the courtroom, the damage is spreading. Brands that once clamored for Diddy's endorsement are hesitant, fans are divided, and the media circus shows no signs of slowing. The Combs family finds itself fractured, with deep wounds that may never heal. Yet, even amidst this chaos, some believe this could be a turning point. Could Diddy rebuild from these ashes, proving that legacy is more than just fame and fortune? Or is this the beginning of the end for a music icon who once ruled an empire? As whispers of new lawsuits and accusations rise, the future remains uncertain, filled with questions rather than answers. In the world of fame, stories like this remind us that power is fragile, and loyalty can be the rarest currency of all. The story of Diddy and his legacy is still unfolding, and the world is watching every move, waiting to see if the king will reclaim his throne or become a legend lost to time. This gripping tale of family betrayal, power, and scandal reveals how even the mightiest empires can be toppled from within. As the courtroom drama unfolds and secrets surface, one thing is clear. The legacy of King Combs will never be the same. But the story doesn't end here. There are darker revelations on the horizon that could shake the music world to its core. Will Diddy's empire survive the storm? Or is this the beginning of the end? And what will become of the shattered family bonds that lie at the heart of this scandal? In a world where fame often masks hidden truths, this saga reminds us that loyalty and trust can be fragile, especially when power and ambition are involved. Stay tuned, because behind every headline, there is more yet to be revealed.